at the Wildlife SOS Leopard Sanctuary.
Wildlife SOS, how can I help?
An emergency call has come in from the Forestry Department. 2 leopard cubs have been rescued from a well on a sugarcane farm. Wildlife SOS co-founder Kartik and volunteer vet Dr. Izzy Herji are dispatched to investigate.
The sooner we can get there, we can get a chance to look at them and see if there's a possibility we can get them back to their mother.
The cubs were found alone, and there's no sign of the mother.
We've been able to reunite nearly 60 cubs with their mothers. You have a small window when the mother is still looking for her cubs. We need to get there as fast as we can. Let's try and grab them. Let's see what's going on with this little one.
I'm here right now with these 2 leopard cubs. We were just called to the Forest Department to come and see what the situation is. Today, these cubs were found in a well 40 feet deep. We've got 1 male and 1 female. Seems very timid for a cub. Should be fighting back a lot more.
Wildlife SOS leopard expert Dr. Ajay Deshmukh is examining the 3-month-old cubs.
How are our vitals looking?
It's a normal heart rate now.
They're both quite weak.
Look at the mucous membrane.
Quite
Already
dehydrated.
pale, dehydrated.
Tacky. This one's got quite a bit of diarrhea.
Yeah. Quite a bit of severe diarrhea.
They're in a bit of rough shape. It looks like definitely they've been without a mother for more than a day.
There's 2 options we have. We need to get some fluids into them. And the location where the cubs were found is about 20 kilometers away.
इसी केज में रखेंगे इनको रात को वहीं पे अगर मदर आती है तो वो उनको देखेंगे रात भर देखेंगे.
So Dr. Ajay's point is very valid. He suggests that we take these cubs, go to the well as night falls. If the mother's alive, she's going to come around. He feels we must not miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
And if there is no hope that there's a mother, we just take them back. I just hope the mother's there.
Not rehydrating them immediately is a risk they're prepared to take for the opportunity to get the cubs back with their mother.
At this moment, we are going to put those cubs in our truck, go to the place, check the well out, look around for evidence. Let's secure this and push it all the way to that end. Do a stakeout there. Let's see how many hours it might take, maybe all night. Izzy, hop in. And it's already, close to 9 p.m. It's really important for us to get there as quick as possible. Every minute counts. A mother leopard teaches her cubs how to survive. She teaches them how to stalk, hunt, find prey, how to avoid human beings. And that learning is extremely important. And if that is not done, then the possibility of those cubs to be able to survive on their own becomes a problem. We might end up having to keep these animals in lifetime care. I don't want this case to end that way. I want them to live a life in the wild. Here goes everything we can for these cubs.
So where is this well we're looking for? They said it was quite deep, yeah? 40 feet.
Right here.
Oh, there it is, okay.
Yeah. Oh my.
Wow.
It's a dry well.
Oh my goodness.
That is much more than 40 feet. How did they survive that fall? I'm going to go and start asking around and see if we have hope in finding the mother.
We're gonna basically lay a trap to get the cubs vocalizing, get their smell in the area, and potentially, if that's the case, Mom might come around and try and retrieve them.
This man found the cubs by chance, by complete accident. So this gentleman was grazing his goats and he heard a little bit of a growling sound deep in the well. So he looked down and he found these 2 cubs right at the bottom of the well. He couldn't believe his eyes. The cubs were climbing all the way up to the top, but about 10 feet away, they were slipping back and falling all the way down. So he contacted the forest officers and they put a cage all the way to the bottom, put a chicken in it, and then the cubs walked into that cage and they pulled them up again.
But the farmer has a disturbing update.
वो माँ तो मर गई इसलिए आदमी ने देखो इधर का कबास आ रहा है उस टाइम जाके देखा तो वो तो मर गया सब.
I think we got to the bottom of the story.
Okay.
So about 4 days ago, he got this big smell from a well further up. So he went in there and he found a female leopard who had fallen into the well and drowned. And she obviously couldn't scramble out. He's pretty sure that it's the mother. And she probably, if she was decomposed to that extent, it probably means she had been dead already for 3 or 4 days.
Which means the cubs probably haven't eaten anything for 5 or 6 days rather than the 1 or 2 that we were thinking, which may further explain the story that's going on.
I don't know if there's any point in us trying to do it, trying to call for the mother. It's looking very bleak now. I think there's no hope left at this stage. So maybe we should get cracking.
With the mother leopard suspected to be dead, the race is on to get the cubs back to the leopard sanctuary and rehydrated. Any delays now, and they could die too.
It's very sad. We have had situations where mother leopards have been killed, drowned, got hit by a car, and then the cubs were found, but there was no mother to reunite them back with. Such animals are very hard to release back in the wild because you can't train them with the lessons that the mother leopard would have trained them with. I just don't know. I feel really bad about it. You know, it just makes me really upset.
Back at the leopard sanctuary, the team now needs to build the cubs' strength. The first step is to get the cubs on an IV drip.
It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We're just going to pull them out, get them up here, set up the IV fluids.
It still looks pretty weak.
The pulse. We lose a lot of animals to dehydration. We've got to do what we got to do. I hope they survive the night.
Next morning,
time is of the essence.
another Wildlife SOS rescue team is investigating an emergency call about a raptor in danger.
We get 10 to 15 bird calls every day, and it are sometimes entangled on the kite strings, electrocuted, dog bite.
The bird has been discovered in the residential part of Agra. Like many cities in India, it's famous for its kite festivals. But the debris left behind can have a devastating impact on wildlife.
After these big festivals, you can have hundreds of kites just tangled in the trees and the strings attached to the kites, just a real problem for birds. There it is.
Oh my God. My God. It is so high.
How long has the bird been up there?
It was there in the morning when I...
This morning?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah.
My wife was going for a walk, and then that's when she saw this. And then she told me she is a very big animal lover. So we should try to rescue her somehow.
The kite strings are very thin and it is not noticeable for the birds, and they just get entangled during the flight and they hang on the tree whole day, bleeding, and die there. I can see some plastic stuck to his feet.
Do you see any string, Baiju?
I cannot.
The sun's coming down hard. Birds don't deal with being hot. He has no sweat glands, can't sweat. The longer he's up there, the hotter and hotter he's getting, and that can be deadly. Definitely by the end of today, he'd be dead. We need to get him down. How are we gonna do that? I have no idea.
In India's city of Agra,
There's no way we can get to it by climbing.
Baiju and Paul are racing against the clock to rescue a bird of prey tangled in kite strings. Ironically, this species is commonly known as black kite.
Really, it's out of our reach with whatever tools you have.
I've called the electric company. They have a van with a boom up there so they can reach.
All right, let's get her down. The electric company has come. They have a small cherry picker here. We also have this extension here with sort of a, scimitar. And
sickle.
Yeah, if we can reach the kite, the string, we'll cut it, and it would fall and we can catch it this net. Okay, let's do this.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Got it? Are you the highest it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs again another 20 feet high.
You need another 20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now the sun's at this highest point, so every second counts right now.
I think the next compound have some big bamboo.
Oh, you see it? You see bamboo in the other yard?
Yeah, in that.
Okay, do you want to come down?
I can.
We're way too short, but while Baiju was way up there, he saw the neighbor's yard over the fence. There's a massive piece of stick or bamboo or something, so someone's just jumped the fences. He's getting it now. It's pretty big. We're gonna attach one to the other, and hopefully that's gonna give us the extension that we need. Baiju, I think this might work.
This might work, but I may need somebody to control the bamboo.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. It's a heavy one. All right, guys, good luck. Watch those branches up there. If this perch hits the ground, that might be game over for it. So we really need to be in the best position.
नहीं, ये नीचे करना पड़ेगा.
The pole is just too heavy for two people. It's a little bit iffy at the moment.
नहीं अटका. No.
Now the bird's starting to fight a bit.
He's getting a little stressed. अయ్यो. नहीं.
Yeah.
पकड़ा.
We don't want to damage him, hurt him in the process of bringing him down. There we go. Watch out for the knife if it falls. There we go. Okay, we got him. Okay, team. Let's go this way. Here we go. So he's got an injury to basically that left wrist joint. We need to make sure that wing's gonna be okay. If it doesn't work, he's not gonna be able to fly. If he doesn't fly, he's not gonna survive. So my concern with this bird, this isn't normal behavior. He's just laying there. We need to make sure that he's cooled off as soon as possible. And he's actively gulping, that's good. When animals are so weak, they literally can't swallow, so you have to be careful you don't drown him. And he's not biting you. He's not interested in biting you. He's more interested in water. Follow it.
Oh, that is the string.
That is why this wing is so injured. My concern is that string might have cut right down through the bone and broken it. Yeah. So let's get him back and get him sorted out then. Yeah, let's go. This is what the problem was. It's a quite strong fishing wire. You can't even see it from the sky. And if you can imagine, if it wraps around you like that, it's cutting off your blood supply and kills everything downstream.
We exactly don't know what is his stress level now, so we need to get him to the hospital as soon as possible, get a complete diagnosis done, X-ray for the bone, and let's see. Let's hope for the best.
My worry about him is that he's overheated, he's hyperthermic, and that wound to his left wrist is going to be something we can't fix.
The team passes the injured raptor over to Wildlife SOS vet, Dr. Preetam Acharya.
This is a kite, Preetam. You can give some painkiller or something.
Sometimes when you're in a lot of pain, that can then lead into shock. So you want to give pain relief before that happens, before it spills over into shock, which is much more dangerous. So to preempt that, we're going to give some pain relief and injection into a muscle here.
We need to go for the X-ray.
Yeah, we don't know whether dislocation or fracture or something.
So we'll get the bird inside then.
It's not acting like a wild bird should. It's too quiet. I'd like it to see fighting a lot more. So I guess we're going to take advantage of, for when it's so quiet, to take a couple of quick x-rays to make sure there's nothing really urgent we need to do.
Try to hold, yeah, below the cassette, yeah.
All good? Sometimes you need to know answers quickly so you can make any sort of difficult decisions, but hopefully we don't have to make difficult decisions today.
Back at the Wildlife SOS Leopard Sanctuary, the 2 cubs rescued from the well are stabilized and doing well. But there's been an intriguing development.
I received a call from some of the local villagers who said that there was a 3rd cub that we missed. Ready? Hold on.
Yeah.
Gently.
So far, so good.
Volunteer vet Dr. Izzy Herji is back at the well where the 2 leopard cubs miraculously survived a drop of more than 40 feet.
A little more slack.
He's investigating a worrying tip-off from villagers that a 3rd cub may still be down there.
Go on, more slack. Hey, going okay?
Not seeing anything so far. Okay, wait.
Slowly. Hold on. Stop. Stop.
All right, we can go down a little bit more.
Okay, slack. Slow.
There are some ledges and crevices that could definitely be ledges where a leopard cub would be hiding. I'm down. It's just absolutely incredible that they've survived this huge drop. Checking all these little crevices. This one here could house quite a small baby leopard, but no signs that anything has been there. Luckily, there's no 3rd one in here. Hopefully there was never a 3rd one, but at least we can have confidence that we came down here and checked and no one was left behind.
Okay, if it isn't here, probably a good idea for us to get you back up right away then. I was really worried that we do not miss a 3rd cub. And we checked every bit of it, every crevice, every crack, every inch. There was not a single animal in that well. That's a huge relief. Good job!
Thank you.
With their minds at rest regarding the possible 3rd cub, the team turns its attention to one of the other rescued leopards at the sanctuary.
Here we have Angel. She was about 8 months old when she was rescued. When she came in, she was in such a bad shape. We didn't think she'd even survive. She'd been hit by a truck on the highway. I mean, literally 4 months ago, she was in such a mess. Let me show you a video of how she looked when she came in. You'd be shocked. You can see she can barely stand up. She was completely paralyzed. She couldn't even coordinate her movements. Her legs were all over the place. And we had to kind of walk her to give her exercise and get her used to bearing the weight on her feet. It's brilliant to see her so fit, so healthy. I mean, she's a perfect candidate for release now.
Spending the first 8 months learning from her mother means that she can return to the wild. But before Angel can be released, she needs a final health check.
We are prepping the sedation for Angel, and we need to get the blowpipe ready. Dr. Ajay is going to get the tranquilizer darts ready.
Examining a wild big cat, even under sedation, still carries huge risks for Kartik and his team.
It's a matter of life and death that Dr. Ajay gets the dose for that leopard critically accurate, because if the animal is not sedated enough, somebody could die, because the animal would come out in the middle of the procedure and could attack someone. And if he gets the dosage wrong and he puts in too much, then the animal could die.
Yes, now it's ready now.
With Darting leopards, we've got to be very careful. We can only shoot a dart into the good muscle area of the shoulder or the thigh or the rump. So we have to distract her from a different direction so she can give us the right part of her anatomy that we can shoot at.
Ready? Oh, miss it.
Girl, we want you to stay calm. Stay calm. She's giving us a bit of a hard time. We're thinking just to make sure that we have a little bit of extra accuracy, we might use the tranquilizer gun. Ready? Special. Got her. Got her. Excellent. 250. Once she's down, we get about 20 minutes of complete sedation. That's the time we will use to actually pull her out, do the complete measurement, do the blood check, put the microchip. But we only have 20 minutes, or we're going to have a leopard on the loose.
At the Wildlife SOS Leopard Sanctuary.
Looks like she's still awake, and obviously the drug has not had effect.
The medical team is attempting to sedate road accident victim Angel for a final medical exam. Only then can she be released back into the wild. But when it comes to tranquilizer darting, it's Angel 2, Dr. Ajay, nothing.
This could be for a variety of reasons. One of them is that, she's got a lot of stimulus around, and sometimes that just means her adrenaline goes up and doesn't let her kind of relax. This isn't the outcome I was expecting. Without getting her fully sedated, we cannot do her medical exam, and without that, she cannot be released.
Wildlife SOS's Beiju and Paul are waiting on news on the raptor's condition.
Here we go, so just take a moment.
As he was rescued by a cherry picker, they've nicknamed him Cherry. But did being tangled in kite string break the bone in his wing?
I need to take the second one. So now you can see this was the wing, and it's not fractured.
Yeah, it's good news. It looks to be soft tissue injury only. That's the wrist joint there. If I kind of go out a bit. The bird's on his back here, and that's that left wrist joint, that wing there, where the problem was. I'm happy with this. It's good news.
Yeah.
Eat. Now I'm going to give you. Now you have to eat.
Beiju, it's almost like he has this extra sense how an animal is thinking and feeling.
Yeah, another one piece for you. Taste. Yes. Good boy.
He goes that extra mile to put himself in their shoes. Oh, he's liking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that really helps him to be a good rescuer.
You want a little water? To understand that animal, that's what my approach is towards all animals. I talk to them slowly and make them calm down, make them understand. Try a little water.
So this is great. We've just gone from a situation where it was looking really dire for him. He's much more alert now. And now he's really keen to dig into a meal. So that's a really good sign.
In a day or two, we can go and release in the same site. I was really worried because I thought he will not make it to our hospital for treatment. Now Cherry will be released in a couple of days. I'm feeling so happy.
At the Wildlife SOS Rescue Center,
No problem. I can send a team right away.
another animal emergency call has just come in. A concerned farmer has spotted a huge snake in his grain store, so a team is dispatched to investigate.
Farming is really important to the Indian economy, and where you have farms, you're going to have snakes because those farms attract rodents, and the snakes come to eat the rodents. So there's a lot of snake encounters in farming areas.
Veteran rescuer Beju has been on more than 1,000 snake callouts, but it's only Hezi's second rescue here in India.
So are you going to teach me some of your trade secrets?
Yes, the first and foremost thumb rule is to identify the snakes before rescuing.
So it's step one, assess the situation, assess the danger.
Yeah, exactly.
If the snake is healthy, the team can just release it in a local forest.
We don't know exactly what snake it is. If it is a venomous snake, I prepare in my mind that I have to be more calmer.
People see a snake, and the safe thing is to assume that that snake is venomous. And if they don't feel they have any other option, they're going to kill it. It's a major risk to snake populations in India.
So first we will have to ask some people.
Yeah, sure.
आपने देखा है? We can make थोड़ा.
There's just so many people here, and when the animal is visualized, things can get a little chaotic really quickly.
Normally, a snake rescue, it is not about snake. It is about controlling people. Crowd control is very, very difficult.
So not sure how this is going to go.
A Wildlife SOS rapid response team is trying to rescue a snake from a farmer's grain store. But the situation is threatening to escalate before they even find the reptile.
We got a lot of people. And if things get out of control, we don't have any crowd control here. We're in the middle of nowhere.
I'm scared of people rather than animal because anything can happen from the mob.
We just really need to get in and get out before more people show up and we lose control of the situation. This is definitely an Indian rock python.
When a python is under the hay or something, his nostril will be always up.
Yeah.
You can see that. Careful.
It can reach up to 20 feet in length. They hunt by constricting their prey. They wrap their body around the animal and squeeze to the point that they suffocate. People don't necessarily think about them biting, but I have seen python bites, and they're pretty nasty.
So I'm just going to grab him because we don't want the animal to go out. We can slowly see what is he doing, and then, so see, you can see him now. So now he is. So now the head is that, so slowly we do this.
The way it's contorting its body in response to being touched is very typical of a constrictor.
Okay, you can slowly close the this thing. So now he had done this, so slowly we'll do this. Yeah, now he's safe, so you can lock it.
He's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really nice body condition. Obviously been snacking on rats.
Exactly. Yeah. तो ये एक अजगर सांप है, आपको तो पता होगा. ये किसी को डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, समझ गया ना? तो अभी दोबारा हो गया तो कोई भी सांप हो, कोई भी जानवर हो तो हमको जल्दी कवर करना है. हम आ जाएंगे, पकड़ लेंगे, कोई मारना नहीं है, क्योंकि जानवर विलुप्त होते जा रहे हैं हमारा देश. तो हम इसके पास में ही छोड़ दें कहीं. क्यों जंगल में छोड़ देते हैं, हम ले जाएंगे.
People are so respectful of Baiju, so even though everyone was really curious and wanted to get in there and kind of nervous, it actually went a lot smoother than I was kind of worried that it would go.
I told them, because they are sighting more often this python, so I told not to kill the snakes because they are very, very helpful for the farmers to keep the rodent population under control.
Pythons in the wild can get very worked up very quickly, and it's almost like the harder you try to restrain them, the stronger they get. And with Baiju, it was the least amount of restraint
Yes,
possible,
yes.
and that's why it went so well.
That's what.
Baiju's a Zen master, no question.
Now that Raptor Cherry's wing is healed,
Okay, Cherry. All right, sweetheart.
he can be released in the same backyard in Agra where he was rescued.
This is where he belongs. This is where he came from. If we were to put him somewhere else, other birds already there would attack him and he wouldn't have a chance. He needs to come back here to where his family is. Here we are again. The main thing is hopefully he flies.
Yeah.
We still don't know how well he's going to fly.
Okay.
Are we a go? Okay. Take a breather.
Come on, you have to fly. He's just seeing, am I free? Can I go?
It's like, okay. So this is the moment of truth.
He's going to make his wings ready, yeah?
Here we go. Come on, Cherry.
Yeah! That's awesome.
Yes.
That was a very good flight.
Yeah. Oh, he's talking.
Yeah.
He's talking to somebody. His family's here somewhere.
Wow, another one kite is
Another
going to...
kite just swooped in and said hello.
Yes. He's going to sit on there.
Yeah.
See, one kite is already there on that tree.
Yeah.
You can see there. Wow.
Nicely done. Nicely done. He's gone. He flew off into the distance. I was so happy. Like, I'm so relieved to see him just really take flight like that.
It means a lot. Some things cannot be expressed completely. That is what. We can just feel that so satisfying and so happy moment it is.
It's 10 days since the leopard cubs were rescued from the well, and time for the team to do a complete medical checkup. The cubs have been separated to make it easier to move them to the examination table. If they get a clean bill of health, they can be transferred into a bigger enclosure together.
I'm not scared, but I'm just concerned that this little cub, she's a feisty little girl and she's very, very aggressive. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. All right, girl. Oh. Oh my goodness, she is one crazy girl. We'll have to go for another attempt again. Now the trick is to safely extricate her from this net and move her without the net into that basket. Okay, girl, ready? In. Okay, let's get her claw out. And 1, 2, 3. Yes.
With both cubs safely secured, Dr. Ajay can get started on their medicals.
We need to get some blood, get a fecal sample to make sure the cub is doing okay. Are we ready? Do we have the net? Let's get the net. This next part of the operation is potentially the most dangerous part. I think we'll do the gentler one first, the male. All right, ready? Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, little boy, calm down. Come on, allow us to help you.
At the leopard sanctuary, the team is attempting to do a complete medical exam of the two rescued cubs.
Allow us to help you, allow us to help you.
Working with wild cubs isn't easy, but sedating a young cub involves risks they don't want to take.
Okay, let's take a break. The difficulty is that this is truly a leopard cub, a leopard showing its spots. So the fact that, we've given the leopard cub a lot of nutrition, we've pumped him with rehydration fluids, the cub is really becoming what its mother would be proud of today. It's being a bit of a challenge. All right, all right. Don't destroy that basket. Oh gosh. बंद करो, बंद करो.
है मेरा हाथ.
आराम से, आराम से.
एक मिनट.
Basket को केवल निकालो. Remove only the basket.
basket is होता है.
Excellent. Pull it out. Okay, let's do a check of his heart rate. And that little fight has pushed his heart rate up, but now he'll calm down. We're basically doing a blood analysis to ensure that we know if these animals have any blood parasites and if there is anything else that's abnormal within the body. And then this helps build the medical file for these animals, so we have a medical history going forward. Now for the little girl who's even more vicious than this. She's bursting, going to burst out of this thing. Wait. Yeah, she'll calm down now.
Got it.
Yeah. She's only small in size, but she's a dynamite in a small package. All right.
His heart rate is normal.
Excellent. Now we'll do a quick check of the paws to make sure the retractory mechanism is fully functional in every pad. Look at those coming out. Deadly talons.
All are
All are fine?
Yes, all are fine.
So this is quite a lot of good news.
With a clean bill of health, the brother and sister cubs can be reunited in one enclosure.
This is giving us an opportunity to see them walk around, crawl, prowl, run. That shows that there are no fractures. All limbs are moving perfectly. Locomotion is great. So we don't need to x-ray this animal now. Am I right, Dr. Ajay?
Yes.
No need of an x-ray?
No need to.
But at only 3 months old, Kartik must now make a difficult decision regarding their future.
What I'd personally like is all of our enclosures empty at the rescue center and all these leopards back in the wild. But that's not always possible. Sometimes it's almost ironic where an older leopard, which has been hit by a car, could come in paralyzed, but has a better chance of being released back because she has the necessary age on her side, the skill set that she's already learned from her mother. But other leopard cubs that are of a smaller age, haven't had the chance to get training from their mother, then don't have a chance to get released. It's really cruel sometimes the way the world works, but that's the way it is. But they will have a nice large forested enclosure that they can explore in. They have each other for company, and they'll live a life as close as possible to a wild leopard's life. And that's a bright and safe future for them.
At the other end of the sanctuary, there's a wilder ending for leopard Angel. She was 8 months old when she arrived injured, so had already learned survival skills from her mother. Now, after 4 months of rehab, she's ready to be released back into the wild. But only if Dr. Ajay is successful on his 3rd attempt to sedate Angel for her checkup. The first 2 attempts failed.
Today we've got to tranquilize her. We've got to pull her out, put the microchip in her so we can take her for the release.
Ready.
Excellent. Yes. Yes, this is exciting. She's out cold and completely sedated.
Kartik and his team can now examine Angel, but she could wake up at any time.
Each leopard reacts differently to this drug, and some of them may only be down for 15 minutes and some of them may be down for 25 minutes. So we've got to constantly be monitoring her awareness. When her eyes start showing reactivity, that's when we have to start worrying. Teeth look okay. Excellent. Shall we quickly do the weights? 24 kilos, which is a great weight. She's in great shape. and it's the perfect weight for her to be released at this age. She is just right. All right, we'll take her back to the table, continue with the examination. Nose tip to tail base, 100 centimeters. All right. We need to get the microchip in and get her out of here as quickly as possible. Okay, no reaction, that's excellent. Microchip is done. We've got the leopard microchipped. Now, if she's ever caught in a trap or found injured somewhere, we can identify the animal and she is coming out. We need to really move fast. Guys, let's get going. She's coming out. Pick, pick, pick. Pick it up. Go, go, go.
Angel can now begin the 35-mile journey to her release site.
Leopards are territorial. It's necessary for us to release them where they were found so that she's familiar with that area, she knows that region. Releasing a leopard back in its original habitat does not happen often. But this particular leopard, she's really had a second chance at life. She's in great health and she is perfect.
और थोड़ा चप्पल कट धीरे प्रभावित धारा पर
We need this rope so we can actually open the door of that cage, which is going to release the leopard from a safe distance. We really don't want to be standing next to it when she comes out. सामने से मत डालो हाथ. आगे करो गाड़ी.
तुम्ही जा बसा आता गाडी. सगळे बसा गाडी. हो आले.
Okay, now this is ready to be opened. Everybody needs to get in a vehicle and be safe.
To help ensure Angel's release goes safely to plan, Kartik's team has been joined by forest rangers in protective suits.
Communication check. Dore.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, 1 minute. Be ready.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Please pull the rope all the way to the end and hold it. She's anxious. Sometimes when they see an open patch like that, they're not sure what is going to meet them when they get out. So they're very cautious. She wants to get out slowly. She'll assess the situation. She's gone right past us. She went straight into the jungle. Congratulations, Dr. Ajay. Congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Such a proud moment for all of us.
Angel is the 59th leopard returned to the wild by the Wildlife SOS team.
I'm so excited. I'm so glad she's back where she belongs. This means so much to me and to my team. Shows me that India has so much hope for wildlife. And that's what it's all about, putting animals back to the wild.